Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play LOTRO with me, Balthelion. So as you can see, once again, I am now back in my normal gear. I've put behind me my days as a prisoner of Isengard. And we are now back in Tal Methedras, home of the Falcon Clan, where we've managed to get Fërdred, Prince of Rohan, to aid us, and the rangers that did manage to escape the Falcon Clan. And we're going to teach those boys a lesson for what they've done to us. So we're going to just approach by the lake, and as you can see, we have found Fërdred's forward encampment. So we are going to be attacking with Fërdred and his people, the rangers that managed to escape, and also the members of the Falcon Clan that totally were against Saruman and betraying the rangers after all the help we gave them.
From this forward encampment, we will mount our attack on the city of traitors.
From this forward encampment, we will mount our attack on the city of traitors. But not yet. We must first take action to scout the area and learn the extent of the Falcon Clan's defences. Speak with our allies at this encampment and help them with their aims. It will be all of use when we make our attack. So who we got? So we've got Fërdred himself, who's going to give us a quest. Talons of the Falcon.
The warriors of the Falcon Clan that have fortified the village are deadlier than most.
So the problem is we taught the Falcon Clan how to fight and told them our special northern moves. So now that they actually fight pretty well, as opposed to like a bunch of tribal clansmen. The warriors of the Falcon Clan that have fortified the village are deadlier than most, Pendulous. Their leather armour is strong and tough. Yeah, we help them with that as well. And their weapons are coated in some poison. Yeah, that might also be our fault. And they have learned fighting skills from the rangers. Yeah, this is totally all our fault. These are not the rabble with which we have grown accustomed. Go to the village and face their warriors. The talons of the Falcon must be dulled or broken before we can hope to rescue your friends from the prison cave. So we have to murder 12 boys. Let's just remove the tracker quest. We've got Hoggerwise, one of Fërdred's men.
Scout for the scouts and help them if they are in need.
2 of my kinsmen went to scout the lake's edge, and they have not returned. Diormund planned to scout the shore of the lake to the northwest, and Heristan followed the shore to the north. They are stout men and have seen service in war. Heristan has ridden to battle with Fërdred's father, the king. I'm sure they are fine, but still they should have returned by now. Scout for the scouts, Pendulous, and help them if they are in need. So one went to the west, one went to the east, basically.
I have not been a falcon from the very moment Lubrenin sold us to the wizard.
So Seren is one of the Falcon Clan that stood against Saruman and has now decided to fight with us after Lubrenin's treachery. My people have stored many provisions for war, Pendulous. Ha! Listen to me, my people. They are no longer my people. I have not been a falcon from the moment that Lubrenin sold us to the wizard. Your friends helped the Heboglyph store many provisions. Take away these goods, and they will be less prepared to fight on behalf of Saruman. Go into the village and steal back some of these provisions. So accept that. Then we've got Radnir, one of the rangers over here.
Go to Tor Morva and find where Bragiar fell. He deserves better.
The guards were careless, and Bragiar and I took advantage of their lapse to escape. We planned to run to the Prince of Rohan's camp in the Gravenwood, but Radnir winces and clutches his leg. They cut us off from the straight path out of the village, and we had to take the long way. At every turning it seemed there were more and more of the Falcon Clan. Bragiar fought bravely, but there were simply too many foemen. He fell in the centre of the village, and I ran. I twisted my leg jumping from a rock as their arrows rained around me, but somehow I made it to safety. We cannot leave Bragiar to them, Pendulous. Fërdred has agreed to help carry his body back here. Go to Tor Morva and find where Bragiar fell. He deserves better than to be left in that town of jackals. So we can get some boots from that one, mate. Nothing too fancy from that. So there we go. So we've got 4 quests. We will have others, I believe. So we need to go over here on the western shore. I think the second one's just slightly on the east there, is it? Yeah, that is it there, hidden in those trees. And then everything else is inside the town. So we'll do these ones first. Find the Rohirrim scouts. So we have to bear in mind as well, obviously everything we've done to prepare them for their war with Saruman, they're now actually using them for Saruman against us. So we need to be wary. I mean, we've set some of those traps over on the western shore, if you remember. So we need to make sure we don't step in any of those. And I think that might even have been what happened to our poor Rohirrim friend over here. Let's see. Is that frog still going to aggro? Be gone, Toad. Okay, he's going to make it all the way without resetting. Go on, hit him. Don't just stand there. There we go. So never reported back.
The leg has been savaged by a trap of some sort.
It is good to see you, friend. My leg has been savaged by some sort of trap. I was able to break the trap with a heavy stone, but I cannot yet walk on my leg. God, has everything that's happened in here been our fault in one way or another?
Take this heavy stone and use it to break some of these traps.
There are certain to be more traps like this on this side of the lake, Pendulous. I have seen strange creatures in this land, creatures with powerful jaws full of sharp teeth. I do not know what they are called. I have not seen such creatures in Rohan. The Falcon Clan has taken the jaws of these creatures to make traps, and have hidden them in the undergrowth. Take this heavy stone and use it to break some of these traps. You will need to get close to the traps, but try not to get too close, or you will set them off. So, yeah, we need to destroy some of the traps that we set earlier. Now, we can turn on floaty names to see them a little bit easier. And we need 5 of these traps. And just like traps earlier in the Dunland region, I think we can actually walk into these and trap ourselves. Now, given that the last time we did that for demonstration purposes, we were trapped for 1 minute. I'm going to opt not to do that this time. There's 3. 4th one over here. Do we have a 5th? I think I might have seen something behind that rock. Yeah, that's one over there. Well, these guys are going to aggro anyway, so let's just pull them over. And do you know what? Might as well pull him as well. I don't know how we're doing for our Beast Slayer deed, but murder these boys. They're roaring quite loud as well. There we go. Murder them all. They can't make any more traps if there's no crocodiles to take the teeth from. There we go. 5 traps. So if we head back to Diormund. And then he should be satisfied as well. I think one of the Rohirrim guy on the eastern side as well will give us a separate quest.
Such traps are the province of lesser men.
You have destroyed the traps? Good. I would not want any of my kinsmen to suffer the same injury as I have done. It was very painful, and not just physically. I am shamed to have stumbled into such a trap. Such traps are the province of lesser men. Some might even say cunning elves. A man of Rohan would not resort to such measures. Thank you for your help, Pendulous. I believe that I will soon be able to walk on my injured leg. So we've got some fancy caps. We've got a little cap with a bit at the back. We have sort of a Doctor Doom mask with a hood. And a fairly standard Rohirrim sort of helmet. So done with that one. So now we need to go around the lake. Now bearing in mind, because we are now no longer friends with the Falcon Clan, we can't take the boat rides to get around the lake nice and easy. We have to take the long way around, so we're going to have to run. We need to complete 7 preparations. So we got 4 from the original camp where we were started. We got a 5th one from the guy we just spoke to. So there's going to be 2 more quests that we will have to pick up elsewhere. And I'm pretty sure one is going to be from the Rohirrim guy. And I think the last one is inside the town proper, or it might be the final preparation quest at the end. It's been a while since I've done this. So this guy should just be either on or beyond this hill. It's where we were gathering the flowers last time. So what has befallen this scout?
I suffered a cut from a poisoned blade during the fighting.
I am glad to see you, friend. I was scouting the edges of the village, near an orchard, when I was beset by 3 Dunlendings. I proved their better, but I think one of them had a poisoned blade. I suffered a cut during the fighting, and now I am very weak. I managed to make it away from the site of battle, but my strength is gone, and I can go no further. So he's basically been poisoned with the toad venom. So we know how to make the anti-venom because we had to do it for one of the Falcon Clan already.
I do not feel well. So weak.
I do not feel well. So weak. You think back to your time in Termorva and remember Ewan of the Falcon Clan experimenting with poisons. You remember the words of Maelona, who spoke of collecting certain roots throughout Tal Methedras and grinding them up to form a digestive powder. The roots could be found at the base of certain trees around the lake in Tal Methedras. You tell Heristan that you may be able to help him. So accept that. I think there might be a couple to the south. So we go digestive root. We need 6 roots. I'm not sure if we can get 6 on the east side. I think we probably will. So I know there's obviously quite a bit of land over to the west. We could have also picked some stuff up, but we should be okay. So we've got 3 down here. And I think... Oh no, we've got 4, 5 even. No, we should be more than fine. I suppose if we went east and then did this quest and then went to the other guy, we could have got more routes over there, but it would have been probably quite pointless. Obviously, once we've got these routes, we can't just make him munch on a carrot. We need to go and prepare this. So we have to go back to the little grinding station where we ground up the root vegetables before. So if we head northwards now, so get the ones on the south first, because we need to go north when we grind it up anyway. And there should be at least one more between us and that hut over there. There we go. That'll be number 6. So we need to take this over to that hut where the grinding stone is. Grind up the digestive roots at the grinding stone north of Heristan. So we should be able to sneak past most of the Dunlendings. They should generally be up inside the town. There's going to be a couple of them wandering around down here though. And inside we should see the flashing grinding stone. So luckily no one is here. Grind this up. There we go. So we can bring that back to Heristan. And then that should get him back on his feet. He can make his way back to the encampment where he can probably get a bit more medical aid, or at least be sent to safety, since we don't really have much of a forward encampment here. So let's hand in this one, and then we go back inside the town.
You have returned, my friend.
You have returned, my friend. You gently give Heristan the root powder, and he swallows it with some difficulty. After a moment, he takes a deep breath, and much of the colour returns to his face. I feel much better already, my friend. Thank you for taking the time to find the antidote. But how did you know to make this curative? Yes, how did we know? We totally didn't make the poison in the first place and then have to brew some antidote ourselves previously. No, we're just a wise elf. I'm fortunate you did know how to do this. So we can have an earring now. Now you're going to have one that is going to be primarily will based, which will be very nice for you. One which is primarily agility based. And the third one, sadly, is not might based, it's vitality based. But still, that's going to give us quite a lot of vitality, quite a lot of raw morale. And it's easily going to be better than my Tolok earring. So I will take that and I will equip that. But yeah, a lot of the jewelry and stuff you get from the epic quest in Isengard is quite nice. Unless you've got some really top of the range gear from doing some instances or things like that. So it's definitely worth doing the epic story. Okay, so now we're heading inside. So what do we need to do inside? We're actually going hand in Hogwarts already. So it's just this. So we need to collect provisions within Termorva, find Braegyar's body, and defeat generic Falcon Clan warriors. So we'll wander over here. So this is what we're looking for, little tiny boxes of provisions. That warrior's just throwing axes at me. It's not meant to be a ranged class if he's a warrior. But whatever. There we go, kill their wolfhounds as well. Grab the provisions. We're basically just going to wander all the way through the town until we've got enough things. But we should be easy enough able to kill the guys that we need. That should be more than enough. More than 12, put it that way. Braegyar should be just up ahead as soon as we get beyond the next gate. That's provision number 2. And we'll grab these guys, try and group them up, as long as he's not going to try throwing axes at me all the time. Yeah, he's going to try melee at least. Grab you 2 guys. And we'll fight at the gate here with this guy. Let's just stand behind this fence because he does want to throw axes when he gets too far away, apparently. Go 4 warriors. That'll be 5 warriors. There we go. 6 warriors. Even better. So there's Braegyar's body in the centre of town there, just face down in the mud, where he's been left to rot, pretty much. How rude. So this will be guy number 7. And we should be able to get Braegyar. Now, Prince Fedrid himself personally promised that he would come and collect Braegyar's body when the time was right. So let's interact. You stare at Braegyar's fallen form and wonder how many other friends must die within the walls of Tor Morva. Here comes Fedrid. He's going to personally gather him up. There we go. And he's going to go running off. I don't know why he's running that way instead of the way that I've cleared all the mobs, but whatever. So, you know, he is a man of honour. He's a cool dude. Got 2 more provisions up in this section. This will be number 8 and 9 of the warriors that we need. And then that'll be halfway through the provisions as well. So, number 3 and number 4. And I think we'll take the low road for now, because we'll probably want to come out the other gate as well. Should be able to find enough provisions on the low road. Unless we find out we need to go up the top for one of our quests anyway. Okay, so there's provisions over here. Tell you what, can I pull you as well? Yeah, grab you. Yeah, 2 more provisions up here. Why do you guys have to be irritating people that throw axes or whatever you're throwing at me? Could be your own poo for all I know. There we go, murder him. So we need 2 more provisions once we've got these 2, and then 1 more warrior. Something tells me we're going to end up killing a bit more than just the 1 warrior though. So finish that one. So we might be able to sneak around. Maybe not. So we're going to have to kill this one. 1 provisions there. Ideally we'd want the 2nd provisions here as well, but I don't think we're going to be so lucky. So we're going to have to kill some bonus guys. There we go, provision number 7. Got a generic backpack we can interact with. Now, I think there's some houses actually outside on this slope. Yeah, there is. So we should be able to find a provision down here anyway. Oh, there we go. There's one on the left. So AoE down all these boys. Beautiful stuff. Kill this one just because they're in the way as well. There we go. So this is provision number 8. And now we are just ready to go and do hand-ins. So if we mount up. And we'll try and just run through the town a bit. I'm going to end up aggroing some of these guys. As long as they don't dismount me, it's fine. Just make sure there's no quests between us and the exit. There we go, run away. So onwards we go. I found a bit of trivia for you as well. My horse's name is Sulatau. And I believe, if I remember correctly when I named it, I believe, does it translate as Windfoot? Or something like that. I got it from one of the like elvish name lists. I use for a lot of my laning of legendary items and horses and that kind of stuff. So we've got all these quests to hand in, so let's just go right to left.
Let us see how well the Falcon Clan wages its war without these goods.
So we've stolen the provisions, and Seren says, "Let us see how well the Falcon Clan wages its war without these goods." Hogwise wanted us to scout for his men.
You found Deomund and Harrison. I am relieved they still live.
You found Deomund and Harrison? I am relieved that they still live, but their encounters are a reminder that Tal Methedras is full of danger. The Falcon Clan is not unprepared. Again, that might be my fault. And they have a strong defensive position. As they have the high ground, it adds +5 to their agility. Radnir?
He is now at peace.
So he wanted us to go and recover Braegyard's corpse. Thank you for recovering the body of our friend Pendulous. He is now at peace. So none of those boots were particularly interesting cosmetic-wise. And then Fairdred has got the next quest.
You have done well to defeat the warriors.
You have done well to defeat the warriors of the Falcon Clan, Pendulous. Their champions, however, remain.
Let us use their courage against them.
So we've got one final quest now, which is to go and murder the champions that we trained up personally on our incredible fighting skills. Some members of the Falcon Clan are masters of combat, fearless and quick to engage their enemies. I want them defeated before we enter the prison caves. Let us use their courage against them. They will not refuse a fight. Blow into the horns outside some of the dwellings in Tur Morva to call them forth to battle. Not every dwelling will house a champion, but some will, and he will answer the call. Defeat 3 of their deadliest warriors and return to me when it is finished, and I will give you a shiny chest piece. So mount back up. So we need to go back inside. So we're going to take the southern entrance, because one of the guys is just by the southern entrance, one is by the northern entrance, and one's kind of in the middle of town. So we're just going to do kind of like the opposite route to what we just did on our previous incursion into town. Just going in the south and out the north, basically. Not worrying about going up the top, because we don't need to worry about that until we go inside the prison caves. So we're just going to run all the way inside. Going to probably end up pulling a few guys. Or maybe just those two. Okay, fine. I'll come back and fight you then if you're just going to shake your fist at me. Can't even see you actually throwing something. Probably just doing a rude gesture. Throwing abusive language at me or something. So, Horde of Challenge. Interact with this. Who are we going to get? We have Moston. So let's spank him. He might have learned from me, but he's not a Sith apprentice. He's not going to overthrow the Sith Master and become the Master himself. He can stun me though. There we go. Moston has been defeated. So now we need to go further up into town, sort of near the crossroads. Again, I'm probably going to end up putting a lot of guys, but screw it. Let's just run straight through them all. And we're probably going to have to turn around as soon as we get through this gate and just attack whoever's trailing behind us. So stand here just to force them to all come into visual range. But they should pretty much all be in melee. Look at this. This is beautiful. Now one of them is stood at the back, allegedly throwing stuff at me. We'll kill him as well. These guys are actually getting me relatively low, given that they're already light blue tier mobs. So we're going to have to kill this warrior just because they're inside, in front of the hut that we need to activate. Now I should be right to just aggro this straight away. Famous last words, I know, but I will pay attention to my health bar at least. This is Gainor. I don't think we personally actually trained Gainor. I think they might have been one of the options we could train, but we never actually trained this particular one. I might be wrong. But I don't recognise the name anyway. So again, they can do some stuns on me. Not too much of a problem. In a 1v1 fight, you should easily triumph over these guys. There we go, defeated Gainor. So now we head north. I'm going to go a lot to the west as well, back towards the main gate. Now, again, I'm going to end up... Actually, can I can sneak around the back. There we go. Can I go all the way around the back? Probably. Have I gone too far? No, they're outside this gate. Alright, round we go. They should be down one of these houses. Yeah, there it is over there. Okay, group these up. Come then. Commence melee DPS mode. I love seeing all these devastating numbers. It's glorious. Now these two are just hurling something at me as usual. Come on, man, you're a warrior. Fight me in melee combat. You big wuss. There we go. So last one of challenge. Interact with this. This is going to be Wundod. I am now a master of combat. You cannot best me. I totally can. I kept some secret moves from you. I keep the best moves to myself. I'm a magician with a sword, and a magician never reveals his tricks. There we go, Wundod is defeated, so now I need to mount back up and head back to Fedrid. And then once we arrive at him, we're going to get a nice chest piece. Where I think we've got two medium options, which should be might and agility focused, a heavy one which would be might focused, and a light one which would be will focused. I believe the mediums are going to have the exact same cosmetics, and I have a Kalanard loot box. Hooray! Now I just need a key to open it. And then we're going to have our final assault upon the Falcon Clan and teach them that we are not the people that they should be messing with. And hopefully install a bit more of a friendly leadership with the cool members of the Falcon Clan.
It is good you bested the champions.
It is good that you bested the champions, Pendulous. Venturing into the prison caves will be dangerous enough without the threat of highly skilled Falcon Clan champions in our path. So there we go then. So we have the might piece, which is kind of like not like a medieval. It's a bit more recent than medieval. It's like a sort of like Knights Templar-y kind of overcoat for your armour. Looks pretty nice. Dies nicely. You've got the medium one, which is like a leathery, furry kind of patchwork. Same with the other medium, and then the light one is a relatively plain and boring, simple chest piece. Nothing too fancy. But you do get the robe legs as well, so it will go nicely with that. But I don't particularly rate that particular cosmetics. The other two aren't too bad. So finish that. And then Fedrid is going to allow us to begin the final assault upon the Falcon Clan. But I think that's probably enough for one episode, so we'll stop there and we'll continue on with this next time. So until then, see you guys later.